Hi, I just wanted to take a minute to update you guys on some stuff that's going on with me and to say thank you, first of all, for all of the love and support that you give me. I don't think a day goes by where I don't have somebody come up to me and ask me to run for mayor or send me a text message. And you guys are so great. I appreciate every one of you. And I love it when you come up and chat me up when I'm out and about. And we have conversations about our city that we all love and we all want to see a brighter future for. As you know, I have put forward cohesive plans over the last 4+ years for our city that have been dismissed or demeaned by political foes and city officials. So it became very clear after me continuously trying to ask City Hall for help, working with the alderman, I reached out to the homeless coordinator, that the city was not interested in actually finding solutions for what was happening here. The hard truth is there's a lot of people that make money by keeping our city sad, homeless, hopeless, and addicted. And they don't want to find solutions because it means that they lose money, they lose their income. So I started to gather some volunteers together. I just developed a plan. I had a meeting that I scheduled and volunteers came together to talk about what we could do. We had business owners, faith-based groups, people working in addiction, people working through addiction, people that were homeless, people that have worked with the homeless, and just ordinary citizens that really want to be a part of the solutions and the change for our city. The meeting was very productive. And then about a month later, we had another meeting to talk about outreach. And that turned into a meeting talking about transitional care, transitional housing, and wraparound services, and what we could do to initiate that. And more people came into the fold, and we made more connections, and it just started to grow very quickly, and we started to see a path that we could take for our city. And it's really exciting to see this happening. It's unfortunate that we have had some pushback by people who have a vested interest, as I said, in keeping our city sad and who make some money off of it. They actually put pressure on some people that want to come to our meetings and help us out not to attend. Because if volunteers can do the work effectively and show that we can enact change, then it will make those other organizations be held accountable for their inaction over the last several years. With all of the funds that they have received, with all of the support that they've had from the state and from the federal government, it will actually force them to start to make changes, and people will start to hold them accountable, which is what I hope actually happens. I hope that our work forces people to do their jobs and show significant change, positive change for our city. But because this has taken off so quickly and because the work that I'm doing is really important to me, I have decided not to run for mayor. I think I can get more done by following this path than by having my name on a ballot. I'm not interested in sitting inside politicking, or the politics that I've seen around this race so far are very disheartening because there's a lot of photo ops and handshakes and smiles and no one's talking about the issues. Meanwhile, I'm out there with the homeless population and I'm working with people who know how to pull people out of addiction and provide those services and work with the homeless. We have 150 people that are about to be displaced this weekend because the money is run out for them to be in a Econo Lodge. Our emergency shelters are closing. We're going to have roughly 300 people on our streets with no place to go. And people are out there politicking. And I just, knowing what I know and working with people that I'm working with and spending so much time on our streets, I just don't have the stomach for the politics of it right now. I want to do the good work for the people. And as you know, I've never been a very good politician. I just wear everything on my sleeve and I don't really care about what people think about me or what I have to say, because a lot of the times I feel like I'm your voice, so I don't care if they push back on me. But I do hope that you consider me a pretty good public servant, because I've never put my name on a ballot unless it was because I thought that I could make positive change. I never did it for any other reason. And I hope that you will work with me to make our city better, not only in what we are doing for the homeless and those suffering from addiction, but also we need to get 2 strong boards. It doesn't matter who we have for mayor if we don't have conservatives on both boards. Right now, we are seeing the property taxes increase yet again. And we have people that are being displaced because they can't afford their taxes. At the same time, when the property taxes go up, so don't the rents. And we're seeing people who can't afford to stay even in apartments. And unless we put pressure on City Hall to reduce taxes, I don't mean honor the tax cap, which right now is at 5%. I mean actually cut back taxes. Like, we've had to cut back in our own homes because of inflation. And the fact that this city isn't cutting back on where they need to be respectful to you and I, the taxpayers, it sickens me. And we need to make sure that we push back and we fight for our citizens. And we do that by getting fiscal conservatives in the majority on the aldermanic board. And if we want to have parental rights and parental control and proficiency scores that we can be proud of instead of proficiency scores that we are ashamed of, as is currently the case, we need to get a strong majority on the school board. That is where I'm focusing my attention right now. So that is where I think my time is best spent. I think I can enact more change by putting my energies there and in the projects we've created. Brittany and I have also, Brittany Ping, we fill in for Will and Joe from time to time. She and I have decided to do our own TV show on Manchester TV. It's going to be a half hour and in a rotation, and I will let you know what times that is when I know what time it is, because it will be pre-recorded. So I'm working on that. And on a personal note, somehow my eldest son has become old enough to go off to college, and he has decided, 99% sure, he'll be going to school outside of the state. So I want to spend some time with him this summer. We want to spend some time as a family. We have dedicated so much time to our city as a family, just doing cleanups and book drives and food drives and campaigning, not only for me, but for campaigning for other people. And although we will still stay active and we will still be doing those things, I don't want to spend time with him and my family within the confines of a campaign schedule. I want to make them the priority this summer. While we still give back and volunteer in our community, it's important to me that I spend time with my family and my son before he goes off to college. So again, I just want to thank you all for all of your love and support. I appreciate you so much. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere. There's some legislation that I have decided needs to happen for us to actually be really successful here. And I'm going to be working with our legislators and our boards. We need to repeal bail reform. I'll be an advocate for that. And like I said, I will still be very active. I will still be your voice. I will be a thorn in the side of our board of mayor and aldermen and our legislators if they're not doing the right things. And we will continue to work to turn this city around. I just think that I am going to be more effective in this capacity at this time. So I want to thank you all for all of your love and support.